Hello everybody and welcome back to another FX Setup Economics News Update. My name is Damir Galch from good old Germany and it's meanwhile Tuesday the 16th April 2013, 0 o'clock 52 Central European time, and I want to give you a setup for the next 24 hours, 48 hours about the euro dollar. So here we go. I'm choosing the euro dollar 50-minute chart economics news update because we will have today many data output from the euro ZEW sentiment index for Europe and Germany. Then we will get CPI data from the USA. Then meanwhile or between times will Mario Draghi speak, and industrial production from the US tomorrow. So it will be surely an interesting and high volatility day. By the way, throughout European session, before European data will come out, Great Britain, UK data will also come out, CPI and PPI. So euro dollar, pound or cable, euro dollar and cable will surely tomorrow be tradable. So all high volatile, and I want to give you a setup even to prepare yourself for the next 24 hours or 48 hours. Okay, here we go. The basic or the interesting fact is I will tweet it in the next few minutes after this video, the news calendar and something more. So, and the biggest issue I tweeted today also, here we've got here this yellow gap. This yellow gap is, let's go a little bit higher here to the hourly chart here. Yes, we see here this yellow gap is as the Cyprus problem came out on Monday morning, and then created here this gap. So we fall here down, come back, try to come back, and we are still here in this gap. So if we break out of this gap, I would prefer the long side. If we break down, I would still prefer the short side, so the bigger picture. The first target on the bigger picture should be 131.056 or much more 131.60. So if we broke 131.60, then in my opinion we've got a great technical reversal in the euro dollar. Until that, we are still slightly bullish here, and here we are fall back here in this gap if you want. So yeah, we are still here in nowhere land if you want. So okay, but calm down and let's get an overview about tomorrow. And interesting is also in this fact, here we've got the 131.06 line. The next line is 131.60. We don't see it here in the chart, but we see here the monthly high and lows. These monthly highs 131.38. We traded on Thursday. And interesting in this content, March highs are also 131.34. So we see here the highs of this month and last month. So big resistance above the gap if you want. So put it on your paper, write it down, and put it in the back of your mind. From the downside, interesting is also here in the gap is also the mid price of last month and this month at 129.42, and we see here on the downside this month lows and last month lows. Also yearly lows 127.51 or 127.44. So, but that's the bigger picture. Let's zoom it and break it down for tomorrow or until the end of the week. And we see here, even we tried to, last week, we tried to break out of this gap and created here something like a triangle or sideways trend, if you want, here, slightly above the gap of this yellow price, above the gap, yes. And we are still here in. So for tomorrow, I would, and interesting is, as we, yes, here, this template, I forget it. Here we see, as we try to come, to break up, we created here a triangle, then here a spike, and here once again, here this downside trend. So here we've got support at the 76.4 Fibo line last month and this month roundabout. It's nearly the same, so 130.43 and 130.45, and we're trading here around about it 130.51 right here right now at 0.57 Central European time. So what to do for tomorrow? I would prefer the long side here. Here the lows of today were by 130.20. So we are right here right now 30 pips above. Here we see at 11 o'clock Central European time and 50 minutes before Dow Jones will open, we will get the industrial production data between. We will also have Mario Draghi speak and CPI data from US. Here we'll start it with the sentiment index tomorrow. And the interesting fact is here we see the downside trend, even the highs of tonight or Asia session on Monday, and the highs here of European session. And the interesting fact is, if we here see the price and the timeline, we see here this downside trend exactly. This extended trend line, yes, is exactly where the gap started here. Yes. So all in all, the question is for tomorrow, we will break up or fall down, or maybe you're still trading it. So I would still prefer the long side. Stops I would create it by around about 130.20. And if we should fall 130, so here I created this trend line 129.999. I would switch in the short on the short side. So that's, I'm thinking, a great trading warm up. Yeah, warm up is good. Trading setup for tomorrow. Once again, I would prefer slightly the long side. I would prefer the long side, but I would hedge myself also. Cause the Euro Australian dollar, it's in my opinion a better long position. So if we fall down under 130, I would have hedge, yes, Euro Australian dollar long and Euro dollar short. Or even if if we'll get better data than accepted, I would also prefer the long side in Euro dollar. However, that's all for today. Prices above 130.20, I would prefer the long side. If we fall 129.1999, I would switch to the short side. And that's all for today, or for this moment, guys. Thanks for spending your time. Analyze the stuff again. It's still yours. Take care, stay aware, and trade with me.